In the year 2137, humanity had reached Mars. Not with triumph, but with necessity. Earth was choking under heat waves, famine, and silent oceans. The first colonies were not monuments of glory. They were lifeboats, fragile outposts of hope, where the remnants of civilization clung to the dream of a new beginning amidst the red dust. Children of Mars weren't like the ones born on Earth. Those stories sounded mythical. Earth kids ran, fell, scraped knees, climbed trees. Martian children floated, bones softened, muscles adapted to a world that never pulled them down. Their playgrounds were padded domes with handrails and magnets. Their games were slow-motion dances. Every breath they took had passed through a machine first. Every meal had been grown in a pressurized greenhouse. Every laugh echoed against metal walls. On Mars, survival was not a background condition, it was the curriculum. The colony was named Ares 3, population 426. Most were scientists, engineers, medics, and 21 children born without ever seeing an ocean or tasting rain. The sun was a tiny coin in the sky, and the horizon was a burnt orange desert that promised death to the unprepared. Their teacher was not human. Her name was Gaia 7, a semi-sentient educational AI, powered by solar wings and programmed to teach science, ethics, and emergency survival. She never smiled because she had no face, but the children trusted her. In a world of fragile domes and thin air, predictability was comfort. Lyra Atwood was 12 years old and already more Martian than human. Her bones were light, her heart small, her body efficient. She had never seen a bird or tasted chocolate, but she could read atmospheric pressure gauges better than most adults on Earth. Mars had shaped her, and soon Mars would test her. The morning sky was wrong. Lyra noticed first. The sunlight filtering through the colony dome carried a burnt red flicker, dust rising high, higher than it should. The children gathered at the observation window, silent. Sandstorms were common, but this storm wasn't a surface wind. It came from space. Gaia 7's voice echoed through the school corridor.
Solar event detected. Radiation spike imminent. All personnel report to interior shelters. Solar event detected.
The adults, engineers repairing oxygen farms 5 kilometers away, radioed in. Static swallowed their voices. The transmission died. Inside the school, lights flickered and went out. Screens shut down. Gaia 7's holograms snapped, froze, and vanished. Silence. The backup generators should have activated in 10 seconds. They didn't. Lyra's lungs tightened. The air processors were slowing. The hum of circulation became a sick, low drone. Without power, oxygen would deplete within hours. Mars had no mercy for mistakes. Panic trembled in the children's voices.
Are we going to come back soon?
They can't. The storm killed the comms. If the power cells drain, the processors stop. We choke.
The backup solar panels were the only option, but they were outside, 3 kilometers beyond the colony wall, across open Martian terrain. Ordinarily, no child would be allowed out, but there were no adults left inside. Lyra opened the emergency locker. Spacesuits clanked against each other, cold, heavy, built for bodies that hadn't lost bone mass.
Suit up.
6 children volunteered, brave, terrified, and Martian-born. The airlock opened with a coughing hiss. Outside, the storm raged. Dust tore across the plane, tiny shards of iron-rich sand slashing visibility to a meter. The children tethered themselves together with magnetic clamps and rope. Lyra stepped first. Walking on Mars was not walking. It was a controlled fall in low gravity. Their boots sunk only centimeters into the dust, but every movement pushed them forward too far. Sand coated their visors. Wind screamed. Suit readouts blared warnings.
Oxygen, 94%. Radiation exposure, safe for now.
Halfway there, disaster struck. A gust caught Mateo, the smallest boy, and lifted him off the ground like a rag doll. The solar array rose from the ground like a field of frozen metallic flowers, folded shut to protect themselves from dust. Each panel was locked mechanically. Each lock required adult strength. Lyra's hands trembled, not from fear, from thin blood. Low gravity was easy on bones, hard on hearts. She braced herself, planted her boots, and pulled the first lever. It didn't move. The wind battered her helmet. Pain seized her chest. Her breathing spiked.
Help me.
3 kids pressed their suits against hers, adding their weight, light bodies, weak bones, but determined. Together, they pulled. The panel unfolded, snapping open with a mechanical scream. 1 down, 17 to go. Time blurred, muscles burned, oxygen dropped. Their suits were never designed for heavy labor. Some children's helmets fogged from exertion. A suit alarm beeped.
Radiation rising.
They worked faster. When the final lever gave way, the panels rotated toward the faint sun. Within seconds, power surged back into the colony, life returning through wires and circuits. Lyra collapsed onto the dust.
We did it.
The walk back was worse. Fatigue slowed them. 1 child vomited into his suit. Another fainted but stayed tethered. The wind refused to ease. Lyra's oxygen ticked down.
38%. 30%. 25%.
By the time they reached the airlock, her vision tunneled to a red blur and a heartbeat in her ears. Hands pulled her inside. Voices shouted,
Hey, look! They've come back! Lyra, are you all right? Someone get a stretcher over here!
She woke on a cot in the medical wing, saline tubes in her thin arm. Kids lay nearby, exhausted, alive, breathing filtered air again. Gaia 7 stood at her bedside.
Students are not authorized to perform extravehicular maintenance.
Lyra smiled weakly, throat too dry for words.
Processing. Learning. Rule updated. In absence of adults, students may perform emergency repairs if survival probability is less than 40%.
Lyra laughed, hoarse, tired, victorious. They had saved the colony. not because they were strong, but through the unbreakable weave of resilience. Earth had abandoned them to a stolen childhood, a world of fragile dreams left behind in the void. Mars, relentless and raw, shaped something different. Martian courage, forged in dust and defiance, a legacy etched in the stars.